at this stage, we pretty much completed our game, but we need to tidy it up because, well, it looks a little bit too long and a little bit too messy. And as you can see, I've killed my enemies, and now I'm sitting and nothing's happening. I need to get enemies to come back. I need more enemies to fight. Otherwise, I'll never get more than a high score of 2. So how can we do that? How can we get it so that our code becomes cleaner, it becomes more concise, and it works better? Well, one of the things we can do is we can generate our enemies as a function. So if you remember when we were using the microbit, sometimes we used functions last year to kind of condense the code. So if you click on Advanced and you go down to Functions and click on Make a Function, you can create a function which does something like create an enemy. And then whenever you need it to do that, you can call that function up. So whenever you want to make a new enemy, you just call up, make a new enemy. So I'm going to have one called make enemy 1, which will make an enemy called enemy 1. And instead of putting all of this set enemy 1, etc., I could put it here in the function. Okay. And then on my start menu, under functions, I could call enemy 1. So that simplifies it very much because now I don't have to retype this code whenever I want the second enemy. I can just call up make enemy 1 and it will create enemy 1. And I can do the same for enemy 2 by creating a function called make enemy 2. And all of this code here, which creates a second enemy, I can put in the function there, and then I could, no, I can't. That's the one thing you can't duplicate because you have to go and fetch the call from here. You'll notice you can't edit that to change it from enemy 1 to enemy 2, so you can't duplicate it. So essentially my start menu now becomes so much simpler. And I could do the same for my player. And I could really tidy things up this way. So I could go make hero. And I could now have a new function. And all of this here, which is about making the hero, I just call that up with make hero. So my start function becomes so much simpler. I start the countdown, I set my life to 3, I set the score to 0, and then I make a hero and I make an enemy 1 and 2. That's a good start to tidying up, but now what I need to do is what happens when enemy 1 dies? I need a new enemy. So how would I do that? We'll handle that in the next video.